Trinity Rodman. It's a back line for Washington that really started to come together post-Olympics when they got Kelly O'Hara and Emily Sonnet back. Those two, their return and all that they brought, the leadership, as well as the play. How about that little back heel from Rodman? Hello, rookie. It doesn't take you long to notice her, does it?
No, it doesn't, but this is something that Rory Dames wanted to get.
Hill. Chicago has the Spirit on their heels. DiBernardo. Rodman wants to break out. If she can get a touch around Gordon, she does win it, but then lost it. Still, those are the moments she can be so dangerous and has proven time and again she can make teams pay. Here is Rodman. Sanchez on it. Gatra just doing the work defensively and did it well. Her dad, very well known, of course, Dennis Rodman, Hall of Famer, multi-time NBA champion with the Chicago Bulls. And Trinity admitted has not always had a great relationship with her dad. He surprised her, was actually at their first-round playoff game. Pretty emotional meeting for Trinity there. U.S. national team defender. And now Rodman. Trying to make a couple of moves. O'Hara steps back onto it. Setting up her defense for Chicago is the Spirit. We'll talk things over, how they want to handle this free kick. Watch out for your teammate. Ashley Sanchez in the Spirit, now to the Golden Boot winner, Ashley Hatch. Jen Hildreth, Allie Wagner, Lori Lindsay, Marissa Pilla, happy to have you with us. A chance, no. Now Rodman with the follow-up, but wide. For this championship match, played at the home of Racing Louisville and the expansion teams in the league this year. Couple more teams coming in to the NWSL next season out on the West Coast, LA and San Diego. Rodman on the ground at the near post.
And she's certainly given Erin Wright something to think about. Last two dribbles, she's gone end line. We'll see if she tried and giving herself an opportunity to now pick up space, speed, and go at Wright.
Sullivan looks up, wants to go, immediately says, where is the Rookie of the Year? There she is, Trinity Rodman. 2 goals against Chicago in their 3 meetings this season. Kelly O'Hara.
And coming into that back post, someone to pick it up.
Johnson wanting a foul, not called. Hatch. Dorian Bailey touches to Sanchez. Sanchez for Rodman. Rodman, corner kick coming for the Spirit. Here's Hatch, just keeps it, tries to get there. To the U.S. matches coming up against Australia.
Hatch is trying to put that.
McKeown. Rodman, edge of the box, shot and a save.
It's well done by McKeown. She gets her heels on that touchline. Now she's got the space to drive Milazzo against her momentum. That draws in the second defender in Gatra, which opens up Rodman at the top.
Coming up at halftime. looks like Louisville, an expansion team in the league this year. Trinity Rodman, the NWSL Rookie of the Year. Is there some offense to be had for this Washington Spirit team that has Sullivan a little too long on the ball.
And we saw it last week after that first goal in the first half. Second half rolled around and they started to get more control of the game in possession, which even took more steam out of the Portland Thorns. They're going to look to do the same here. And it's been a quiet second half thus far for Trinity Rodman.
She has a way of getting into games late, though. Pouncing on moments, gets it across. Did come late in the matches. 85th minute actually in a draw on their first meeting of this. Rodman, could this be her moment? She'll take a shot, hit the post! Oh my, Rodman! That's why you gotta give her a chance.
And you gotta be kidding me with that. Rodman had her arm up the whole time. She wants to go 1v1 against Milazzo. Made that look so simple.
Especially a rookie who 18 years old.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible season for her, and here's a glimpse why. Just a touch to elude the challenge of Milazzo, and has a go from that. Chris Ward and Trinity Rodman, Ashley Hatch, McKeeve Rodman on that side, so she can go at Milazzo. She gets a space and unleashes fury.
O'Hara. Again, arm up far side as Rodman wants it, gets it, heads it out of bounds.
Well, those two have a special chemistry. Last 2 times Kelly O'Hara's gotten the ball, the first thing she is doing is getting her head up and looking for the run of Rodman in behind. Gets a step on Milazzo. Always going to be a difficult finish, and can't nod that one back.
Trinity Rodman, the #2 overall pick in the 2021 NWSL draft. She was 18 years old at the time. That makes her the youngest player Miller to kick the ball. The crowd will tell you.
A little assistance for the ref.
30 seconds. It's something to be mindful of. Every now and then you do see that called. Not getting the ball away in time.
Wow.
On she goes. Another shot from Rodman. Maybe a bit ambitious.
1v1 Milazzo, now it's 1v3. The recovery run of Hill trying to assist. Rodman says, okay, I'm gonna send you in this direction, through the legs. And as you said, Jen, that's where you gotta have your patience, composed.
Sonnet. Sarah Gordon won it first, but it falls to the feet of Rodman. Looking to link up this time, is that a foul? Yes, it is! Sullivan and Washington back in the game! A chance for O'Hara, who breaks free off this free kick. In the box, McKeown! You like the setup, and Rodman still going. Shot from Rodman. Feeling hungry, isn't she?
Yeah.
Rodman making a name for herself this year. May have a famous dad, but it is Trinity Rodman stealing the show for the Washington Spirit this year.
And even in that last play, Jen, the amount of space that you saw Tatum Milazzo now give to Rodman upon receiving the ball, something to keep an eye on.
Is that advantage Rodman with that space?
Time and space, absolutely. And it's a step up there from Woldmo, and the two are battling. Yeah, it's a foul.
No, she feels like she's held first, right, before this?
Yeah, I wouldn't call that. I'd call that play, though.
So you're okay with it?
I am. How many times Trinity Rodman hit the post, hit the crossbar all season as well, like we saw in this second half? I mean, many.
Into their 2 substitutions due to injuries. First to Vanessa DiBernardo, then to their MVP candidate and leader of the attack, Mallory Pugh. And there hasn't been much of an attack for Chicago in the second half. It has been all Washington, and specifically Trinity Rodman. Just not letting Hatch have any space. Rodman creating her own for Sanchez in the box.
This was going to go down here. Rodman does so well just to get an early touch on it before Wright can make a play on it. And crafty little pass to Ashley Sanchez. I thought she might try to draw the penalty, Sanchez, with this moment, but she's got to do better. That touch gets outside the frame of her body. We had Hill in the first half get that opening goal.
Cuts any chance there off by Chicago. Rodman. A little get off me from Trinity Rodman to Sanchez. Flicks it back. Sanchez blocked.
Oh,
that's a tough hit. That's going to keep her down for a minute. Wow. Now she and Doniak just smashed into each other. The most impactful player on the field for Washington down right now in Trinity Rodman. A lot of people. This.
And here's a look at what happened. Rodman coming back to the ball, and then Doniak just bodies her up.
And that is just a full steam ahead collision.
Yeah, one of those impact blows. And you could then again just take an Aaron Wright on the sideline. You talk about a player that is putting her team on her back. It's Trinity Rodman.
A huge part of what this Washington Spirit team has been able to do amidst incredibly trying circumstances this season.
And unimpressive. But what is impressive is that Rodman is back on the pitch.
15-1 shots in the second half as both the team, they were young, they were hungry, they were exciting. Well, they've also continued to improve.
How beaten up they are. The players, I don't even know who's left on their bench at this point. They don't have the momentum going in.
It's been a rough day, a long season, and that one wound up going into penalty kicks after a late equalizer by the Western New York Flash snatched the title away from the Washington Spirit. Boy, Rodman back out there, just getting into it. Oh, there's definitely action happening behind the ball right now. I'm not sure Tori Penso saw it. We'll see. That's what we were talking about a few minutes ago.
And at first, it's just a good battle between the two, and then Rodman grabs a hold of Wright's arm, drags to the ground, and you see the swing out by Wright in reaction. The ref caught the tail end of that, and
Hatch. Rodman absolutely on fire. First stretch there in the second half, looking to light it up again. The header! Washington takes the lead!
the unlikeliest of goal scorers pops up at the back post in Kelly O'Hara. We said these two, Trinity Rodman and Kelly O'Hara, have a special connection. Well, this time they reverse it. Rodman plays provider, and Kelly O'Hara says, thank you very much. Perfect technique, perfect idea. Back across the frame, and Cassie Miller can only get a fingertip to it. What a finish.
First goal of the season for Kelly O'Hara. The green light. Driven, down, not cleared. Rodman first to it. Washington with the lead. Rodman able to turn on the Jets, but also understanding the score, where her help was or was not.
Rodman just so smart in the moment. I don't even think she senses Cole. But understood they don't have to get another goal.
And remember, we will play another overtime period regardless. So 2 15-minute extra time periods. That's how the format works. Trying to see this out, win the franchise's first NWSL championship. Chicago had not given up a goal in their first 2 playoff matches. 2 against the Spirit today. 1 a penalty kick from Andy Sullivan. 1 in the 97th minute from Kelly O'Hara.
What a touch by Rodman. And Chicago having to try to defend out of that mid block. It's not going to be promising for them going forward. They just don't have the players to provide threat anymore.
Earlier this season became the youngest at 19 to score in a playoff match. It's that kind of a mix for Washington, and here is Rodman, the electric rookie who bypassed college, came right to the NWSL, underappreciated, overlooked. Said, yeah, we're young. People weren't quite sure what this team was going to do. Well, they've done quite a bit. And Trinity Rodman on the ball now. It's been a big part of that. We all await the whistle of our referee now. And there it is, despite the forfeits and the firing and the fury, this team of destiny from Washington, D.C. now stands as NWSL champions.
Could have won this trophy, and we would have said, what a season they have had. And ultimately, the difference can just be that it found their way back at 1-1. You didn't know if they could come back.
To your point, is part of why it is so impressive that the Red Stars got here in the first place. But this day, in the end, belongs to Washington. Kelly O'Hara with what wound up being the game-winning goal in the 97th minute. One of the veterans on this young, scrappy Washington Spirit team. And the moment they've been waiting for, wearing those championship t-shirts, the trophy, NWSL interim CEO Marla Messing handing it over to Andy Sullivan. Is this the moment that kept them going through it all?